Hello, welcome to all you Taurians people out there. Welcome for your monthly general horoscope for March 2014 with me, Veerle. Let's have a look. What is going on in March? Well, something very funny. At the beginning of the month, there are two planets going forwards again and two planets going backwards. So around the same time, which can be a bit of confusing. But it simply means that for some areas of your life, you blast forward again, and other areas in your life, you need to pause and you need to reflect upon things. So let's have a look. What kind of areas of life is it for you? We start with the ones that go forwards, which is Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's the benefic of the zodiac. And it's in your third house, so which is very nice for you Taurians. If you have Jupiter in your third house, it means that the third house is all about communication. It's all about networking. It's all about learning. It's all about neighbors. It's all about your environment. And so, if things have gone a bit more slowly recently, maybe in your studies, or maybe at school, maybe at learning new skills, maybe with what else could it be? Your communications, maybe your connections, interneting, and all of that. Those things go faster again. So a lot of activity, a lot of interaction with other people in the environment as from March. So, and also a very good time to learn something new with Jupiter going direct again. And learning a skill, you know, learning how to drive, for instance, or learning how a new language, or learning something that, something new. So I wouldn't say go to, learning something that connects all the dots. That would be more the ninth house, but the third house is very much about new things, learning in a practical level. Now, what else? Mercury, the planet of communication, the planet of thinking, has gone retrograde last month and goes straight forwards again. So for Mercury, it is as from the 1st, and for Jupiter as from the 7th, that those planets go direct again. Now, this is good for you, for all of you who have been looking for a job. Now is the time that things can go forward, especially at the 2 last weeks of March, because Mercury goes over its shadow period into the 11th house, so from the 10th to the 11th. And these two houses are connected with work, and sometimes if you work for your own, the money of your work, and also the aspirations. So if you have been planning for changing jobs, maybe now is the month that you can actually do it. Or maybe you are in a job and you've been rethinking stuff, how to do it in a different way, how to communicate in a different way. Now is the time that you are actually doing it. So that is good as well. Now, what is going backwards? This is also quite... Your ruler, by the way, Venus, goes forwards as well. So Venus goes now into Aquarius, which is a very... more airy sign, so you will feel more, let's say, lighter, you could say. In that 10th house as well, it's a very good time for a job, because Venus, Venus in the 10th means that you are even more charming than you already are, for the 10th house, which is work, which is how other people see what you do at work. So the chances are really high now to get a new job or another job, or promotion as well. If you deserve it, of course. And you will, probably. Now, what is going backwards? These are the planets that need reflection time. These are the planets that rather need, they slow down, and it's a reflection. So these planets don't do anything to you, but they simply show, hey, we have to think about some stuff to redo, because it's Mars going backwards, and Saturn redefine, because Saturn has to do with structures. Now let's start with Saturn. I have been talking quite a while for you Taurians, who especially who have a rising sign in Taurus, and especially those who have planets around 20 up until 25 degrees of Taurus. This is a very important time for relationships. Relationships can break or get committed now during these days, because Saturn is in your 7th house of relationships, and Saturn is like a hook. It's like, you know, when relationships can get really serious now, and maybe there's going to be a child now, or you want a child, or you want to marry. This is all Saturn going to the 7th house. The other side of the medal is when you're having a really bad relationship, you know, there is this test. It's now or never moment. So if it's not working anymore, it's going to be during Saturn going through the 7th house that there is going to be a breakup. So it's not always Uranus that is important if you see that in breakups. But again, that's only a small percentage of the people that are having bad relationships. This is now the moment to define what you want in life when it comes to relationships. Now, Saturn going backwards means that you will redefine your relationships anyway. Even when you are single, you are defining what you want in a relationship, which is very important, because if you know what you want, then you can go after it. So then when Saturn goes forwards again, which will not be this month, it will be, I think, July or August. I don't know this by heart. Saturn goes, yes, in July. So you have the time now to make the adjustments, to redefine, to restructure what you want in a relationship. Very important. And so you can blast forward again around July. Now Mars is also taking a break, you could say, with going retrograde in Libra, that other Venus ruled sign. Now what does it mean for you? Now Mars is actually in your 6th house. This can be, for you, this can be plenty of stuff. Now first of all, Mars is our actions that we want to take, for all of us. Going backwards, it means we have to be more of a bit of a strategic. So being the general that says, we're going to plan this and then go this and then go this way. This is the best thing to do to achieve what you want now, during this month. So sometimes it's best to go for it, and sometimes it's best to take it easy and to just take it easy. And for you, it considers 6th house areas. What is 6th house? For a lot of you, it's work again. It's because the 6th house is related to the day-to-day things that we do, the day-to-day structure, the day-to-day routines that we do. And for a lot of us, it's work. We need on a daily basis, need to do work. And if it's not work, it's just the daily stuff that you repeatedly do. And this is like on a hold almost, in order for you to say, I'm not doing things right when it considers or I'm doing things right, but I want to do them differently. So it's going back to what you desire, what you want. Going back to that root of your desire and examining this. And when Mars goes direct again around May, you go forwards. But now it can seem as you're not heading somewhere. Especially with your work houses are really a bit of a paradox. Some planets are going forwards in that 10th house, but your day-to-day routines may need a bit of an adjustment there. For others, it will be health and or small animals. So maybe you have lost an animal, you have lost a pet, and it's coming back to you. That will be nice. Or for others, it can mean their health, that they need to pause and to think, how can I change the things that I do in order for my health to become better? So it can be simply, I'm going to change my diet, or it can be, I'm going to start dancing, for instance, Mars in Libra, or I'm going to do something physically in order for my health to improve. So it's quite interesting for Taurus. It's quite light as well. For other signs, it's sometimes a bit heavier, this Mars retrograde. But I think for you, you will manage. And normally Taurians are very patient people. It's an earth sign, and it understands that you need to pause every now and then and reflect upon things in order for things to improve later on. If it is not now, it will be later on around May, June, July. So, thank you for listening, you Taurians. Thank you for also ordering a lot of readings. And if you want the reading, just click on the link below and you will find all the information. Have a good time during the month of March, and see you next month. Bye-bye.